Am I giving you any feedback?
No.
My sound good?
Sounds good.
No feedback? Awesome.
You know what? Talk about Bigfoot. What's the thing about Bigfoot?
Oh yeah, we're talking about that.
Let's do that. Okay?
You got mad about that.
Yeah, this is debate, man.
That money maker.
We are live. Welcome to Extinct the Podcast. With me, as always, the secret Asian man. He used to be the dude with the nipples. Now he's just as chill as can be. He's hanging out in the corner there, Mr. Shawn fucking Evidence.
What's up, dog? What up?
Now look,
you don't want to mess with me.
That's right. And speaking of not messing with anybody, flying his colors from his team there, we got Mr. Damian Bravo from sasquatchlives.com. How you doing, Damian?
I'm doing good, good.
Tell me a little, and I'm Sahebi from TheBigfootReport.com. And we are Team Tazer. We're missing Mr. Michael Merchant. I think there was a communication error. So, Michael, if you happen to tune in, join in. Hit me up on Facebook. I'll drop you the link. Damian, tell me what is behind you, man. What are we looking at?
Oh, this is a flag from the Seabees, the Navy Seabees, U.S. Navy Seabees, which are the construction battalion. I used to belong to one, which is NMCB-1. And this is a typical flag that you will see, with the battalion, which is 1 or whatever the battalion is, its name under it. But that is the representation of what we do. The Seabees are, we build, we fight during wartime. So we're the ones building stuff and getting shot at while we're out there.
Right on. You're sporting your camo and everything. Oh, we got a busy household going on. So there's a lot of nothing going on in Bigfoot these days. Everything that's happening right now, everything that's going on is purely drama and speculation, team versus team, some shitty evidence being presented and backed up by other shitty evidence. There's nothing solid happening that I can really think of right now other than behind the scenes stuff. There's some behind the scenes stuff that's going on that's promising to be fairly exciting, but until that happens, what are people talking about right now, Shawn?
You know what? We're talking about boring stuff, dude. Like, for example, boring stuff like, what's the plural for Bigfoot? That stuff is boring, but you know what? If you want to engage in that conversation, we'll do it.
Okay. Well, do you have an opinion on that? I happen to think there's nothing wrong with just referring. I think, Bigfoot is just a slang for this that has kind of stuck with recent pop culture. Sasquatch is more, sounds to me like a more legit name. But when a species comes out, what people don't realize, you don't get to name it. There is for the scientific formula for it based on the location, the Latin translation of the location and whatever subspecies it might fall under or whatever. There's this formula for a name that you don't just get to say.
Well, the name can change too. There's been cases where the name for certain species of hominins have been changed eventually later.
Right.
Depends.
Yeah, let's say we find a body. I mean, the species could be named Smija Fiticus or something. Come on. Right?
I like that. Smiha Fiticus. Man bear pig. I'm going with man bear pig. I mean, it's apparent.
Yeah, you know what? Here's my main thing. My main thing is you gotta say Bigfoot's a Sasquatch, because if you keep saying Bigfoot, the people who don't know any better, new people, they'll be like, "Oh, Bigfoot." They think, and they're gonna start thinking that, oh, so this Bigfoot creature is just going in and out of dimensions, just appearing here and there whenever he wants. No, it's not one Bigfoot. Okay, there's some multiple Bigfoots. So you gotta get in the head that there's more than one. But you keep saying Bigfoot, they're gonna get the impression that it's just this magical, wood ape that just teleporting here and there. No, it's not like that. That's why these news reporters, when they interview like people like Matt Money, go, so where's Bigfoot today? It just makes the whole thing look silly. So you got to say Bigfoots for now.
Right.
But when you do have a species,
right,
it's probably gonna be called Smija Fiticus.
Smija Fiticus.
and then you can call it whatever you want. And then you can have.
I wouldn't be surprised if that terminology is going to be used by certain people we know already out there. So it might become popular.
Yeah, there have been some stupid names flying around. Like, what was that, hirsuti for a while? I mean, you can't just make. You're not allowed to just call it something. It's like it would be like it would be Homo sapien, not hirsuti. It'd be location wise. It'd be like Homo sapien americanus or something like that.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be like
Neanderthal man, right? Neanderthal man.
Well, the people that were calling him that, they were so sure about what they had, but so far, we haven't seen anything. So I guess that nullifies their hirsuti crap, whatever you want to call it.
But
Homo sapien hirsuti.
Well, I'm as a member of the media. And that's my job is to provide content. I'm in the habit of always just saying Bigfoot, because if I don't put Bigfoot in the description in the title, people are less likely to find it. I feel, I don't think mainstream America is going to give a shit if I put something about new evidence regarding North American wood ape, something stupid like that. It might sound more legit. What's that, Damian?
Remember when I wrote that article, Shawn, about the death of the Bigfoot name a while back? I wrote an article about that, and I was talking about if Bigfoot is discovered, what are they going to call it? And I even mentioned the hirsuti name, which I did say that it could be that, and it was old news. They already mentioned that, but it's just interesting to see that, no matter what people are throwing out there, it just goes back to Bigfoot. So I think that's, no matter what happens, this is what I'm thinking. No matter eventually if they do find they place Bigfoot as a biological reality, they're gonna call it Bigfoot or Sasquatch. I think that's just gonna be it. That's
right. Yeah, I mean it's gonna be commonly known as. It'll be something Latin bullshit, commonly known as Bigfoot or whatever. Bigfoots.
Yes, exactly.
Or whatever like that. Okay, speaking of shitty evidence, we got some new shitty evidence coming our way from Louisiana. Isn't that right?
It's going to be awesome. I tell you what. I got this text message last Friday, and on Twitter, right? I spoke about this before, and I ignored it, whatever, because people try to hoax me all day long.
Right.
And the first thing I want to do is see a photo. I saw photos. I said, okay, I'm listening. And he go, yeah, my brother's there right now. He's watching him. I said, you got a video? He sends me a video. I said, okay, this guy isn't BSing me. And he gives me his number. I'll call him and we talk for like an hour. I said, oh, okay, this guy's legit. If he's really hoaxing me, I can post his phone number and people can prank call him all day long. If he's really hoaxing me. No, this guy's legit. So we got his brother Joe in contact with Squatch Unlimited. Bob got it. And Rob went over to Louisiana, the swamps. And this swamp, people are saying it's a horse, okay, that footage. No one knows what it is. It's a black figure, dark figure. No one knows what it is. Could be UFO, whatever. I don't believe in UFO, but could be. There's no horses in the swamp, dude.
Yeah.
Right? Am I right? I don't know. But... So
I saw a cow in the swamp over here in Florida.
Well, yeah, especially on private land.
It was bathing. It was bathing in the swamp water.
Sure, it wasn't a skunk ape.
No, it was a cow.
All right. So Rob, the whole day, I was expecting to at least text me, tell me what's going on, but that guy's shady, dude. That guy withhold information from me. I don't hear nothing from him.
So wait. Tell me you set him up with the gig, right?
Yes. Yeah. At least text me. Tell me what you're seeing out there. And he's driving home. Yeah. He's like, I'm driving home right now. Fucking tell me you saw a footprint. Okay.
I want to hear about Bigfoot now that you're driving home.
He was driving. Maybe he was driving with Ed Smith.
Tell me you saw nothing. Tell me how the weather was. Don't just tell me I'm driving home right now. Fuck, dude. So all I got was there were thermal ridges from Joe.
Thermal ridges.
Yeah. And that's all I got. And I fucking stretched that article out with Dr. Melgen's video, just from 2 words.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if Rob wasn't ball hogging.
Yeah.
and giving me some, but he's gonna come on at 6 o'clock. He still haven't given me
Wait a
anything.
second, Shawn. You're doing another podcast at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with you? You went from being secret Asian man. I'm just gonna blog. I don't want my face to show now. Now you're going behind my back and doing more podcasts without me.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I don't have time for these podcasts, but you know what? I promise people. They'll ask me
you
like.
don't have time, but you seem to have time for one.
Do you think people are afraid you won't promote their podcast if you're not in it?
Dude, the thing is, I have no problem promoting people. I really don't, because that's the way I started the blog.
Mm-hmm.
I always promote the little guys.
Mm-hmm.
I've been doing that since I first started, because I consider myself a little guy too, right? So if people want me to promote them, just let me know and I'll promote you. I even promoted Sharon Lee even after she accused me of stealing her boyfriend's article. I haven't done that. Jeez.
With that Lost Patterson stuff, you was surprised you dropped her name. So
yeah, I put her name. I got some flack from people like, "Hey, Sharon Lee's evil. Why you put her name there?" Well, you know what? I like to give credit.
She got it. Yeah. Okay? And hey, might I add though, like I was really excited about that video, but those are Ray Wallace's tracks in that video. I'm sorry. Those are the shittiest tracks. I hate to like slam on the OG Bigfooters. I mean, the guys that put in the groundwork first, out in the field, they didn't have hotspots. They were just going and working. But man, that shit that they're filming on the side of the road in that video are like, it's like when you see it,
dude, that's too perfect.
It's like too perfect. There's like, it's completely flat and shit. It's like, oh wait, come on, homie, give me a break. What the hell?
Yeah, that's what I said too. Everybody was saying the same thing too when they saw the video. Like, they just seemed too perfect. Like an animal, you'd think that it would be a little bit rougher. Maybe a couple of tracks wouldn't be so lined up evenly like that.
Yeah.
It just, a lot of people were saying that. So I don't know what's up with that. I agree with you, Ro. I don't know. I think it might be not. Cold.
You know what? Speaking of that asshole Ray Wallace, that's his name, right? The OG hoaxer, the original Dick Ryder. That was
Ray Wallace. I think that's Dick Ryder's great grandfather.
Ah.
Yeah, I think that's connected there.
Possibly, yes.
And I think they might have met too.
That's awesome.
So I don't have anything to back this up.
You know what?
That's what
I'm going to say his name. You know why? Because he's been doing so much promoting for me. It's been awesome. I've had a surge in traffic. I had my highest views in YouTube. Justin and I's videos has been climbing up the charts, and I really believe that it's coming from all the promotion and publicity that Rick Dyer has been giving me. So thanks for
thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
I think he's
keep saying our names.
Keep saying it.
And
I'm glad. I'm glad he's obsessed with us. I think that's a good thing.
Glad. Hey, if you want to be obsessed with me, you can be too, Rick.
Yeah.
Keep saying our name, please.
Say Damian's name.
My traffic has gone up, dude. I'm
think I'm pissing you off enough. I think I have to start doing something to piss you off again.
Yeah, I'm almost at like 1.4 million views this month. I mean, keep saying it. I mean, yeah, love it.
Me too. But speaking of all this negative flack that he's trying to put out there, it is really. You say you're promoting the little guy, but Team Tasers is not the little guy anymore, are we, Shawn?
No. We got collectively. I think we have 20.
Yeah.
No. You add in the unique readers for the blog. It's at 200,000 unique people.
Wow.
Per month.
Wow.
Okay. And then you add in your subs.
Yeah.
You almost have $4 grand.
Yeah.
4Gs now.
In that, my Twitter's over 1,000.
Yeah, so I got over 3,000 followers.
Yeah,
Twitter.
it's just been blowing up. It's crazy. And speaking of, we've been getting really busy, but I have managed to make time to finally finish the Justin Smeha documentary. I have a name for it. I'll be releasing that stuff soon. we have a bunch of stuff. I think, Shawn, you're supposed to get together with Justin to do some stuff this week. And after that comes out, I'm going on another trip to do another movie. And before I leave to do that movie, I'm going to finally release the official Sierra Kills trailer. We have a distributor now. Everything's locked up. It's going direct to video on demand, which is what I wanted. No film festivals, none of that. All these other rumors that you've been hearing about are not true. I never agreed to a film festival. I'm doing a private screening for invitation only for the Minions, whoever wants to come, who can be in California next month. But we're doing another movie, which just got the green light. We got some funding for that. Things are going awesome. But yes, the documentary is finally coming out. So,
Sweet,
it should be by the end of next month. Should be good to go.
Yeah. We also have that thermal footage that Bart shot up there,
and we're working diligently on trying to get that released to the public as well. What do you know about that right now, Shawn?
I don't know if are we allowed to share what Bart shared with us?
Well, I think certain parts. Well, you know what? Let's do this. Bart is doing another podcast right now. He's doing Chuck Prahl's podcast right now, which, what up, buddy? What you doing Chuck's podcast and you're not on Extinct, and you keep putting off my. I spent the night at your house. I play with your kids. You won't come on the podcast and keep making up excuses, you bastard. Anyways, maybe we should just get him on next week and have him lay it all out. What do you think?
Let's do that, because he does have he's got this all planned out, because he's been working on this recreation thing.
Yes.
For a long time. I think even Bill Munns took a look at the footage.
Yes. There's a lot of people. He brought a new person on board to break it down, and it's going to be a really compelling case.
There's a key word there. Breakdown.
Yeah. so
we got a key person to do this special breakdown, and this person is probably gonna do a very good job.
Can I change the subject right now? Does anybody know if the Orang Pendek episode is this Sunday or next Sunday of Finding Bigfoot?
I thought
it aired last week in Australia. They got it first.
Anybody on the chat?
I don't know what is tomorrow's episode of Finding Bigfoot, because if it's the Orang Pendek, I'm very excited.
It's tonight, Jimmy.
I'm sorry, tonight's episode of Finding Bigfoot. We don't know, huh? They never say.
Well, you know what? I'm supposed to do a post about it today, about the episode. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, get to work.
You're slipping, man. What the hell?
He's down to 42 posts a day from 60.
Ooh, Alaska.
Okay, so
Alaska. Oh, nice.
That means that next week, I believe, is the Orang Pendek, and I'm really excited about that. Do we know if they're doing a special like they did with Australia for the Vietnam episode? I mean, I'm sorry, the Sumatra.
Well, they just recently got back from Vietnam, so you won't see that episode.
I meant Sumatra. The Vietnam is for season 4, I believe.
Yeah. For Sumatra, I think it's probably gonna be in this season.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Damn it! Why did they get it first in Australia?
I know.
That's weird.
I talked to some of our Australian counterparts.
Well, maybe because it's from their side of the world. Maybe that's why.
Maybe they're 2 weeks ahead of us then. I'm excited about that.
Because they know a lot about that Rampendic over there. That's one thing I know. They do know a lot about that over there in Australia.
I hope my Orang Pendek video gets some hits when that gets out.
You need to set it out there too, then, man.
Oh, you know what? Here's what someone said in the chat. This person goes, "On tonight's episode of Finding Bigfoot, they find nothing."
well, isn't that surprising?
Are people done with that show? Are people done with that show?
You know what?
I still like it.
I like it, but I just don't watch it anymore. I just wait for people to tell me what happened. You know,
since Finding Bigfoot's paying me underneath the table, it's a great show. They'll find something. You know, it's interesting. Matt Moneymaker emailed me today. He says he sent me a story of this guy who sent him an email about camping out in the wilderness, and he said, the guy said, I thought Bigfoot was like like some kind of entertainment thingy, but he was out there. He didn't believe in Bigfoot. He was out there, and um, his dog started getting scared. It went the dog went into in his sleeping bag or
What the
something,
hell?
and yeah, and like a few minutes later, he start hearing rocks thrown at him. He was like, "What the hell?" So he was like telling Matt Moneymaker all this stuff. Like he said, I didn't really believe. I thought it was just entertainment until now. So I'm gonna post that up. But I kind of appreciate that he's feeding me this stuff. So I want to be on good terms. I want to say Finding Bigfoot's a great show.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy the show quite a bit, and I've always said, yes, it's entertainment. It's reality TV. And by the way, February 17th, thanks to the Goddess Triad, is when the Indonesian Bigfoot airs. So that'll be February 17th for those who are keeping notes. And tonight is West Virginia. So what I like about that show is that it just creates awareness. And I love Bobo. He's a friend of mine. He's a good dude. He's fun to hang out with. He can throw down some beers. And I may be seeing him next week. But I like the show. Yeah, the show wouldn't exist if they actually found Bigfoot. The show would be over. So you can know what to expect from episode to episode. But I never get tired of it. I enjoy it. I don't give a fuck. It's silly. It's entertainment.
Well, finding the name Finding Bigfoot makes sense. They're finding Bigfoot. They haven't found Bigfoot. They're searching for Bigfoot. But you know what's hilarious is that I was checking out that book You Are Sasquatch by Facebook Find Bigfoot, and in the prologue, Jack Barnes, is that his name? It's like he's all like making himself bigger than he actually is, and saying that Facebook Finding Bigfoot named their show after us because our name is Facebook Find Bigfoot. Yeah, he's like really serious. I'm like, really? This guy's like full of himself.
Oh my god, yeah, that guy's full of himself quite a bit. Quite often.
You should ask Matt Moneymaker that question.
You know what? I'm gonna
ask him
I'm gonna ask him that. It's in their book, dude.
Honestly,
yeah.
it is.
Like Finding Bigfoot was inspired by the Facebook name. I'm like, are you serious?
Oh my goodness. So
I think we might find out that it's not true.
Wait a second. So tonight's episode is West Virginia. What happened recent? Is there a video that they're going to cover? Do you know of West Virginia video that's been released?
West Virginia. Let me look it up in my archive here.
What do we got?
Virginia.
I don't think there's anything recent from West Virginia. I think they're going to probably talk about some old stuff there.
Oh wow. Witness driving through West Virginia spotted Bigfoot walking up truck ramp. No, that's not West Virginia Bigfoot. Oh wow, I got a Bigfoot video from West Virginia. A photo.
You got so much shit, dude. You're like, I don't know.
dude, the Green Brier.
Oh,
is from West Virginia, bro.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, that tree stump.
Yeah. So that's an old.
Yeah, that's the old
thing. I mean, that's a tree stump. I mean.
No, actually, no. It's a Bigfoot. Allegedly a tree stump. I didn't say that.
It's an alleged tree stump. Oh man.
And Tyler Bounds actually oh no, this is in Virginia. You know when he hit that Bigfoot while driving?
Oh, did that happen?
Yeah, Virginia. And
the Bigfoot that got hit by the car with the girl?
No, Tyler Bounds was driving.
Okay. From the
and
series.
he looked down, texting, and he looked up and he hit a.
Fuck! I want to do that. I would back up. He
wasn't texting. I'm just kidding. I don't want to get in trouble. He wasn't texting.
He got in enough trouble for giving us that story and other things. So, yeah. I hope things worked out okay with him over there.
No, they're cool. Yeah. I mean, Matt Moneymaker just texted this morning that him and Tyler Bounds hanging out. They're, you know how at night they do that. They go out at night all by themselves. I guess Tyler Bounds is with Matt right now.
Cool.
Or something. So they're cool.
I know Tyler. He was tight with Cliff originally, right?
Okay, you know what? Yeah. So I'm gonna post something about tonight's episode. Yeah, they got a bunch of stuff. I think this is where they found that hair.
Oh, okay.
That they sent to the lab.
Who do you know for research in that area? Who covers that area? Who
No, I don't
who
know.
did that story, anyways? All right, fuck it. I don't really care. You know what I want to talk about?
Well, it's where they found hair.
You know what I want to talk
hair
about
here.
is yesterday ABC had Bigfoot on the news again for
Yeah.
the Blue Mountains. And I think it's one of your hot articles right now, right, Shawn? The what is it? Oh, Umatilla Indian Reservation.
Yeah, how do you say that?
I don't know. Do you know anyone? Bueller.
Okay. So what's happening there is that since November, they got this swamp, that's like not very far, and they've been hearing stuff, they're like wailing and crying, even talking, and some of the locals think that it's probably like a lost Bigfoot. It's funny. They don't just say Bigfoot; they say juvenile Bigfoot. How do you know it's a juvenile Bigfoot anyhow? Right?
What about if it's a midget Bigfoot? How about that?
It's a midget Bigfoot.
Could
Awesome.
there not be a midget Bigfoot? Is it possible? There's midget horses. There's midget cows. Isn't there all kinds of midget stuff?
Everything's a freaking juvenile
Dude, it's
Bigfoot
trending.
now, dude.
Juvenile Bigfoot is the trending phrase in Bigfootology right now.
Yeah.
Sasquatchery.
Well, they gotta grow, right? So, yeah. So, what's really interesting is that this whole reservation, they're like spooked. Their dogs are afraid to go outside. People are firing shots into the air trying to scare these things away. We put up that video, right?
Well, there's a huge contingency of researchers in that area. I wonder who's going down there to actually, put in some groundwork right now.
Well, yeah. Matt's telling like researchers, go over there and check it out. Yeah, he's on Twitter just telling people, go check it out. It's squatchy. I put on my.
Who covers Blue Mountain is Tom Cantrell.
Oh yeah, he's gonna show
He's
up.
on the other side over there, on the Washington side of the Blue Mountain area. So he probably already has the information and knows who it is that's wailing. We could probably get the Sasquatch's name from Tom if we asked him. Who's lost? Tom would be like, "Oh, that's little one Redfoot."
He's a Squatch whisperer. Yeah.
No, but yeah, I'm sure there's a huge crew of researchers in Oregon. Someone has to be out there bringing something back soon. I'd hope. Anyways, but
well,
dude, here is some breaking news for the Bigfoot world though. Shawn's top 6 articles ranking are always on the right hand side. For the first time that I can remember in a year, Melissa Hovey has almost fallen off that list. The Melissa Hovey picture.
Dude. Yeah, that tells you a lot. Because if you search Bigfoot evidence on Google, you know how they have the navigation links
Right.
underneath my website link. If you search Bigfoot evidence, the reason why Hovey's picture is always the top of this list is because that's what people see when they're searching my website, and they'll click on that.
Right.
So it's always on top. But I think we're getting so many readership now that it doesn't matter what people find on Google through Google. It's like organic traffic now, and it's just pushing all this Melissa stuff away.
Now that's interesting because what was it? It was MSNBC that reported a few months back when they had Bobo on, or one of those shows that they did a few months ago. They had reported that like 20% of Americans believe in the possibility of Bigfoot, and that's a lot of fucking Americans. That's 20%. What would that come out to be? Like 100 million people, something like that.
Well, that's like what 450 million in the U.S.
Yeah, so
right?
that's a ridiculous amount of. 25% 100. Yeah, about somewhere just under 100 million people.
Yeah,
right.
Over 100 million.
Yeah.
You said 25%?
Yeah, 20%. I think is what they said. I don't know. I can't remember, but it was a high number, way higher than I expected.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot. I think what finding Bigfoot is doing is a good thing. They're not going into paranormal. They're not saying the UFOs are dropping these things in the forest. They're not saying this one Bigfoot is like teleporting everywhere. They're saying it's a real animal.
Right.
They have clans or what you want to call them. It's like different species and depending on what part of the country, what part of the world, and it legitimizes this research.
Right.
And people laugh at Madman Meg and everything, but no, he's actually introducing it in a very entertaining way.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. He's he or not he, but the show has made it a mainstream conversation. It might not be totally mainstream yet. Cryptozoology is always a fringe thing, and it'll always be a fringe thing. But specifically, Sasquatch is being talked about more and more, and I know that from the workplace, from hanging out with people in the workplace. They are a little more open to like, I heard about this thing, this melba ketchum on the news. Do you know anything about that? And and that'll open up the conversation. Or, oh, I saw that show Finding Bigfoot. Or, there's a lot of conversation starters now in the office, water cooler talk that revolve around Bigfoot.
Well, yeah, that's why we have to push. That's why you have to not refer to like multiple Bigfoot as Bigfoot. Because you want to get it out of people's head that there's more than one.
Yeah.
Okay. There's more than one Bigfoot.
Well, I think interesting.
Bigfoot, they're gonna think there's just a mythical being. You don't want that. I mean, maybe in the future when we catch one, then you can go back to okay, you can call him Bigfoot for plural. But for now, you have to train people.
Yeah.
Because people still have this idea that it's just a myth, a legend, just one creature roaming the forest. No. And you have to change that perception. That's why it's very important that we change the way we say it.
Speaking of fantastical, then moving away from the physical being that we know as Bigfoot and into the fantastical being that is kind of the folklore of Bigfoot. I don't think outside of the Bigfoot community that anybody has ever thought that about Bigfoot. Has anyone ever said, "Oh, Bigfoot is a being," or "Bigfoot has ESP"? Has anyone outside of Bigfoot ever made those claims, or nobody else?
Yeah.
That's your topic,
The ufologist people follow that, and believe it or not, it's not surprising. A lot of the stuff that people talk about, the paranormal, that side of it, does come from the UFO camp. It's only in more recent times that really the Bigfoot community has embraced the idea. Some groups in the beginning, they were real secretive groups that started out, probably a decade ago. But they didn't really talk about it like they do in more recent times now. They just open about the paranormal, the psychic stuff with Bigfoot in the community. But the ufologists, the Bigfoot stuff, Bigfoot being able to talk to them with their minds, and a couple of stories that the Bigfoot came down from a ship and sent some messages to somebody. So it did start there big. It was already part of the ufology world before it really became part of the Bigfoot community.
Yeah.
Well, but I think a lot of it probably stem from our lack of understanding of this creature. You know how people, when they're out there and they do encounter them, they have this thing about not being able to move, right?
Right.
And they'll be like, "Oh, I was zapped,"
Yeah.
or I was stunned or something, and so they'll try to come out with any.
And you know
kind
what?
of
That
explanation.
actually, because it's crippling to think that I had a panic attack. It's easier to say for your own sanity, "Oh, I'm not that weak. I'm not going to have a panic attack. I'm not that kind of person. It must have been Bigfoot." It's like,
Yeah.
I don't have anxiety.
Exactly.
I'm not going to suffer from it. I'm not going to get afraid in the woods. That's not who I am. I'm a macho dude. It must have been Bigfoot. It's almost like a crutch in some cases, but.
Yeah, it is.
Or they blame it to the infrasound side. So that's another part that people.
Speaking of infrasound, Speaking of infrasound, tonight is the giant squid on Discovery Channel, and now supposedly the sperm whale is stunning the fuck out of giant squid with infrasound, right? Is that what they do? They like
they're equipped with some kind of stunning device,
some kind of sonar stun thing. I don't know. Where's our fucking biologist when we need him?
Oh, you know what's funny? How did I know that? How to
be hanging out with those science guys, man.
Dude, they're just as bad as Bigfooters. So you know what that tells me? That tells me that people naturally will come up with all these explanations for it.
That's crazy. Crazy Japanese scientist is like, they're using their mind.
but remember, like the camp didn't believe in that stuff, and they talk about different things. And and anomalies, and some people are now starting to talk about they're relating, time-space continuum with Bigfoot, and and all this stuff because it travels through parallel universes, and and in one particular thing they talk about, which I had a certain conversation with a certain director, which is coming out soon, my interview with him. But he talks about in the movie there's a scene that talks about a sound anomaly, and interesting enough, that sound anomaly, could be affecting people because the camp that believes that Bigfoot has these psychic abilities believes that it's more of an empathic ability, and typically what that means is empathic ability is that it's emotional. So some say that the people that are experiencing that emotional, event that happens to them is related to that communication that their bodies and their minds cannot comprehend or take. So that's why you see people react that way. Whether that's true or not, we can only ask the people their experiences based on their experiences. We can't. I mean, there hasn't been nobody on a machine while that is happening to see if it's really something natural or they're just panicking.
I'm excited about seeing this. I probably won't get to watch it tonight. I'll probably watch it tomorrow. But I love the giant squid, and I think giant squid is probably a favorite topic amongst many crypto fans. Speaking of film and Bigfoot, I've noticed a surge. I'm even helping my buddy Doug with his fundraiser for Bigfoot movies. I mean, Hollywood, look out. Bigfoot pilots. I know of at least 3 or 4 television pilots that are being considered right now at different networks. I know of 3 or 4 Bigfoot fiction narrative films that are in production or in pre-production or in post-production, one or the other, that are out there. That is a really big sign of interest in this field. I myself got a lot of buzz, and I didn't have any difficulty finding distribution for my film because of the subject matter. So awesome. Yeah, thank you. But we are seeing more and more. Is that my guess, or has there always been this many films trying to get made about Bigfoot?
No, you're correct. The recent surge, it does seem like there's been a recent surge because if we look at all the movies that have come out, you have movies from from 1967. You got movies that came out in 1962. I think there was one. And, then the 70s, you had a couple. And then the here and there movies, the Monster Bash, blood movies that you see in the 80s and 90s.
What would you guys like to see in Bigfoot movies? Do you want to see, real case studies, kind of being brought to life? Or are you like me, you're totally okay with Bigfoot being a monster ripping people to shreds in movies?
You know what? For me, I kind of miss... back in the day, Miss Unsolved Mysteries, they used to do these Bigfoot episodes, dude. That just captivated me when I was a kid, And I watch it now, and I'm still like, wow, how come they don't make stuff like this? Is it because it's boring, or our taste change? But they should really bring that kind of thing back. But you're talking about movies, right?
Well, movies or documentaries, but yeah, I mean, do you if you're gonna go see a movie about Bigfoot, would you prefer a movie that might have consulted with a Bigfoot research organization?
I think they should do kind of like maybe Jurassic Park style.
Yeah.
You capture one, and then there's all these secretive, organizations I don't know, working together, and then there's like a family that somehow rescued it from a facility. I don't know.
Harry and the Henderson. Harry and the Henderson, buddy. That's been done already. but listen, I think a great Sasquatch movie. I mean, I think the thing is, it also depends on the kind of person you are. If you are a sci-fi UFO guy, I think why not make a movie that Bigfoot is from another planet? You know,
well, that's what
Christopher. That hasn't been done.
What Christopher Munch did with his film. He was like a Mindspeak type of dude, and he made a Mindspeak type of movie. So, you know,
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. So I think that if you see all the movies that you're seeing, and people love the gore movies anyway. I think even though you don't agree with it, or some people might find it insulting that Bigfoot's portrayed like a beast. I mean, people love gore. I mean, it's very popular now. You see people dress up like zombies.
What was that, Shawn?
One of the most interesting trailers I've ever seen was this. I'll tell you about it. Joe Rogan did a Bigfoot show maybe a year or two ago.
Yeah.
Okay, and somebody did like a made up trailer with pieces from different scenes from like Jurassic Park and all these monster type of movies.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's like the Joe Rogan Bigfoot trailer or something like that.
Yeah, dude. And I actually, at first, I thought it was real. I thought it was a real trailer for a Bigfoot movie because I really liked it. I was like, wow, I want to see this movie. But it made it look like it was kind of like a Jurassic Park style, and that's what made me think of that.
I've got it queued up. Let's play it for our audience real quick. Let me share the screen. Hold on.
It's really, really impressive. I like it.
Check it out, people.
Let's see what we got here. It is here. Tell me if everyone can see this in a second here. I don't. Hey, Shawn, can you get it up? It's not. My screen share isn't working. I don't think.
Okay. It's not playing.
No, I hit screen share, but it didn't select the window for some reason.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, screen share doesn't work. You gotta do it MK style, MK Davis style.
Okay, let me do it this way then. Let me do it MK Davis style. Who has been a busy boy himself these days. Let me see here. Let me drop this in.
Oh, you know what? If I screen share it, you won't be able to hear anything.
Okay.
That's a problem with me.
Let me do this.
Looks like a Bigfoot, and he goes out there and he does exactly and he's always way bigger than the Bigfoot in the video, so it always proves that it wasn't really
That's
a Bigfoot.
on his resume
dude.
right now. Oh, I see here you were Bigfoot. Yep, I was Bigfoot. Season 1, season 2.
That's not it, is it?
It was like a contract negotiation.
It's gonna cut to it.
Do you remember when
I wanted to make Bigfoot more empathetic and
Harry and the Hendersons, like a whole family lived with Bigfoot.
You know why
real
not?
low at the bottom.
Yeah, it is real low. It's kind of hard to
Can you imagine?
There's so
all these
many
are my
shows.
kids. I'm pretty sure. I don't even trust dogs that I don't know. This guy's got a fucking Bigfoot hanging out
And
with
you
his
know what?
kids.
He probably told these stupid humans a thing or two about love.
Oh,
Yeah.
Harry and the Hendersons.
Well, you got that joke. You didn't understand what the hell you're saying.
Nobody's ever stepped up.
And it's not like
No, this is not the one though, Shawn. That's not the one.
You sure? Yeah. I'll tell you what did happen to it is that it got taken down.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, I don't know why, but it was a good trailer. I had it on my website, and then someone told me that it got taken down. I was like, oh dang.
It kind of looks like a Bigfoot, and he goes out there and he does exactly.
Can you skip
fucking.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
it.
I should have showed it by now. I mean, can you skip to the middle?
Yeah,
maybe?
I just did. It's a.
Oh.
I saw it had the dude from Jurassic Park in it and stuff. I mean, it was scenes from Jurassic Park that were cut into it and stuff. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
No, that was.
So, well, I think there needs to be more money put into it because all the movies that we've seen. I mean, I think the most money was like Harry and the Henderson,
Yeah,
right?
it's probably. That was the most mainstream, like Hollywood funded Bigfoot movie for sure.
Yeah. That was the biggest budget one, I think, right? What it was.
But
Yeah.
but all these other ones are all indie movies, and I've seen there was one with Lance Hendrickson that was really bad about a plane crash or something like that into an area of Bigfoots, and then there was a few other really low grade ones over the last few years. But the best one still to date is Legend of Boggy Creek, probably. I don't think.
Yeah.
No,
but Legend of Rock Creek, they didn't spend that much money on that one. That one's kind of like they're rich.
Yeah.
Abominable is supposed to be a cult classic.
Well, Abominable is funny, dude. It's just so Abominable is like bikinis and Bigfoot. You know, it's kind of which is the movie I would make if I was making a narrative. I would do Bigfoot at the lake with bikinis. It'd be like Piranha 3D. You know, like a porn. It would be like a porn crew went out to make a porn and Bigfoot like trashed the set or something like that. That's how I would make it.
Yeah. Boggy Creek. I think they spent like under 100,000.
Yeah.
They went on to make like 100 million, 10 million.
Yeah, it made not 100 million, but made like $10 million. It did really well for an independent film. It's
for the time, that was a lot of money.
It's a cult classic for sure. Yeah, for sure. Loving it. Well, guys, I know Shawn has to get boogieing pretty soon, so we did a back-to-back podcast things. Hey, Damian, as we wrap up in the next few minutes here, why don't you tell us about all kinds of stuff that you have coming your way right now?
Well, right now it's just the Christopher Munch documentary I did. Chris was very kind and let me handle a lot of his video stuff and his movie stuff and allowed me to do this documentary. And we talk about a gamma of things related to Bigfoot. I mean, I think this is one of the most significant. If you like the Bigfoot subject, I think this is going to be one of the most significant interviews because we talk about a lot of different things related to the subject, which he didn't have to do. He actually opened up to me, and he even talks about his experiences.
Cool.
Because he had certain experiences, and that's why he created this movie. So I think you guys are gonna love this interview. You know what?
Guy Edwards was supposed to send me a copy of that movie. I never got it. I might have to just finally buy it just so I can watch all the behind the scenes stuff on.
Well, the movie is supposed to be released soon. He does have a distributor. And now it's just on the distributor. The distributor has not distributed. I don't know why. Interesting enough, it could be related to the fact that we're supposed to find out that Bigfoot's supposed to come out to be real.
Oh, they're waiting on the what do you call it? Result?
I don't know, but
they're going to be waiting a long fucking time.
Christopher Munch said that it was supposed to be out soon, and it's out of his hands. So you might see it. I know that if you go to Netflix, you look it up, it does show up, but it's not yet available to be streamed. But you will find it on Netflix. So,
okay.
And he said that it would be out on Netflix and some other some of the other places that you can get it. So.
Hey, Shawn, you got another. You know what? Hold on a second. Before we wrap this up, we're doing an hour show today, folks. It was going to be not our usual 90 minutes to 2 hours. Shawn has some other obligations, and Snowwalker couldn't make it today because of my ill communication. But I want to bring up this Louisiana thing. Hopefully you get some answers. I think it sucks that you set the whole thing up and you had to wait. You're going to have another podcast tonight. What time, Shawn, is that going to be? At 6 o'clock?
In about 6 o'clock, in about an hour. So as soon as we get off, I'm going to post
Okay, here's what I want to address. I don't know what podcast you're doing that on, but man, there's a lot of fucking podcasts right now. What the fuck? And everybody is dragging these fucking things out for 2.5, 3 hours. You know what, people? If you're gonna do a 3 fucking hour podcast, you better keep me fucking interested because I'm not watching any of them. All right, you fucks, you stupid fucking pansy fucks. The way you talk is like, I want to do research. I'm going to go out. We went out into the area. We did some knocks and calls and got no response. We're going to put up our research logs for everyone to. I'm not looking at your stupid fucking research logs. Okay? I'm not going to read them. You fucking what the hell? Stop with these boring 3-hour podcasts, people. Okay? Give me something strong and entertaining. Keep me involved. You know you're podcasting the fucking. I guarantee you. Look at your fucking analytics in YouTube. See how many people make it to the end. Okay, you're podcasting for 40 people. 40. Okay, 90% of your people are tuning out after the first 10 minutes. And you know what? A lot of these people I'm talking about are my friends. But guess what, buddies? I'm not watching more than a minute of your podcast because they're stupid. Okay? Not doing it. Everyone keeps asking me, "Oh, did you check out my last podcast?" No, because there's 900 fucking podcasts with over 100,000 hours of material. I'm not going through it. Okay?
And let me tell you, I got invited to another podcast. I did. It's a Friday. I'm supposed to be on a podcast. It's brand new. I don't know who it is. These guys that are following me, I guess. I don't know.
And why wouldn't they? So
make
it. I know Damien's going to be entertaining. He's going to go off the rails. He's going to be in caves. He's going to be in space. He's going to make it entertaining. He's going to make Bigfoot tea. We're going to be entertained. That's what I'm talking about. I know what to expect when I get Damian Bravo, okay? So give me something, you fucks. And you guys are all friends of mine.
If you want to invite me to your podcast, I can't promise it'll be better, but I'll try.
And you know what? If you take a call for you blog talkers, what is that? Blog talk radio guys?
Radio.
If you take a fucking call from a listener, screen the fucking call and control your caller. Don't let the caller talk for 12 minutes. What the fuck? It's not his show. Cut him off.
And they have a button for that. They do have a button for that. You're right. They do have a button. They can hear you before they put you on.
Yeah, fucks. All right. I feel like Merchant wasn't here. I had to do a rant. It's been a while since we heard a Merchant rant, so I had to take over and do one. Now that I've totally bashed the podcast scene, you want to tell us about the podcast you have coming up at 6?
On Friday.
I'm not going to watch it, Shawn. I'm just letting you know.
Dude, I just want more than just thermal ridges, okay? I want to ask Rob, what the F did you see out there? Was it a freaking horse? Was it a tree stump? A UFO? It'd be nice if it was a UFO. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that'd be something. You can milk that for a week.
Yeah, just tell me something, dude. What, jeez, maybe he is Ed Smith. I don't know. Maybe.
All right.
Well, definitely for sure. We've had so many people saying that they got something going on. They're supposed to come out soon. These, the writer guy and the ketchum stuff and whatever.
Here's what I can promise. Here's what I can promise. I made a movie. I finished the movie. I'm working out the distribution details, and when I have the release date, I will give it to you, and it will come out. That I can promise.
And I made a documentary, and it's coming out.
There you go.
Sweet.
And Shawn's got a blog, and he puts a lot of stuff there, and you can go and read it. So you can find.
Oh, and Shawn previewed, and he liked my documentary.
There you go.
So I'm proud of it.
So also, where's my bag? Check this out. I'm going on a trip. I'm to film another movie. I've got all these bitchin' sassy glassies that I'm taking for a bunch of people on this trip. So I wanted to say thank you to. I got like 6 of them here. So.
Oh my goodness! I didn't wear it today. Sorry, Tammy.
This one was Tammy's personal favorite. She, since I lost mine, she gave me the one off from around her neck.
Sweet, sassy,
awesome.
glassy. Sweet, sassy,
so
glassy.
Thank you. She just did my other podcast with Jeffrey Kelly and Kit Morrill. Justin Smay and Tammy were on, and if you guys get a chance, go check that one out. It's only 50 minutes long, so you're not going to have to sit through 3 hours like on other podcasts to get to the good stuff. And he's Shawn Evidence from the Bigfoot Evidence blog. He's Damian Bravo from Satch. Wait. Damian, do you even keep that website up anymore? What the hell's going on?
The website is going back up on next month.
Okay. But
it's gonna be Bigfoot.
Okay, here.
UFO and other
You can
things.
get us all, everyone here, at TazerMedia.com. Okay?
Exactly.
That's where you can find us. We have a lot of shit. It's going to be a big year for us all.
I want to plug this one guy. He's in the chat, Racer X. I want to plug his website.
Yeah.
BigfootTrackerLLC.com.
What is it?
BigfootTrackerLLC.com. That's his website.
I love that website.
Hey, go check it out. This Racer X. I don't know who this guy is. Don't tell me who you are. Whoever you are, I don't care who you are. Okay? Maybe you're the Men in Black. I don't know. trying to discredit Bigfoot. Maybe. Okay, but go to BigfootTrackerLLC.com and you'll see his website. It's an awesome website.
Oh, thank you all too kind for listening. We will talk to everyone later.
All right.